EMC makes its biggest announcement in its history.
And Intel hires a musical superstar as its creative director. This and a lot more on the High Tech Countdown. Hi, I'm Shane Schick, Editor-in-Chief of IT World Canada.
And I'm Paul Dungletto from Computer Dealer News. Shane, it's a new year and you're sporting a new beard. What's going on?
Well, I didn't realize this was going to be the top story on the High Tech Countdown, but you know, I've just decided it's winter. I'm going to try something different. Some people in the office have said I've been pulling a Conan since the winter holidays, but I'm going to stick with it for a bit. Well,
let's do something different and talk about storage. EMC made what they call the biggest announcement in their company's history. Their new line of unified storage systems called VNX. And what struck me about this announcement is the low pricing. They're even lower than Dell's pricing. And I'm just wondering if they want to be the low-cost leader in storage.
Well, it could be. I mean, I think it's weird that in this day and age, you know, creating something for the SMB market can be considered, you know, one of the most major milestones in your company history. I think like a lot of the bigger, you know, monolithic vendors, EMC, you know, made its mark in the large enterprise. In some respects, perhaps a lot of those accounts are getting, you know, tapped out. So this is a new direction for them. We've seen the same thing in the enterprise application space with, you know, the SAPs and the Oracles of the world that retool their products, you know, for the SMB market. If that's the case, then yeah, I think, you know, the only way you can really compete on that is by a lot easier setup and implementation, which is an issue for storage with SMBs, and price.
Well, let's see what EMC has to say. Here's Rich Napolitano of EMC about the company's strategy.
Really not just bring the brands together, but bring the technologies together and deliver it to market in a way that it's just easier to use, easier to deploy, much more consumable by our customers, by our field, and by our partners. So this is a big change for us. We're rebranding the product offering to VNX and VNXE in the low end for entry.
We have IT World Assistant Editor Howard Solomon with us, who was in New York for the EMC press conference, which featured a lot of record-breaking stunts, like a stunt cyclist jumping over 40 storage systems, 26 girls cramming into a Mini Cooper. But Howard, I want to ask you, by the way, thanks for joining us. Do you think EMC wants to be the low-cost leader in storage? What's the goal of this big announcement?
Well, there's no doubt whatsoever, Paulo, that EMC wants to get lower in price than any of its competitors. What they did was they announced a storage system called the VNX. That's for small and medium businesses. Within that line, there's a line called the VNXE, specifically aimed at the smaller companies. They've priced this at $9,499 US, which would be about $1,000 less than a system that would be offered by Dell. The VNX line combines EMC's Clarion and Solera storage systems so that you get both block and file storage and network attached storage on one unit. And among targets would be NetApp, Dell, as I've mentioned, Hewlett-Packard.
So they also put some tweaks into their channel program, and with this lower pricing, what is it going to mean to the solution providers?
Well, one of the goals of EMC was not only to target the small and medium businesses, they want to get thousands more channel partners to join their program so that they can really push this out. They're adding a new level to the channel program called Authorized Partner. To be an authorized partner, you need to take 3 hours of online training. Okay. And the point is, of course, again, to try to pull in as many partners as they can. They've also got new arrangements with distributors like Ingram Micro, Tech Data, to help, again, recruit channel partners.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Howard. Appreciate it.
Intel has hired Will.i.am of the Black Eyed Peas to be its new Director of Creative Innovation. Let's see what Will.i.am has to say about his new job.
Before I met you guys, I was collaborating with you guys. I Gotta Fill In, Boom Boom Pows, all these songs that travel around the world. Before people hear them, they're made with Intel chips.
God, Shane, what do you think Andy Grove thinks about this? You know, I smell publicity stunt with this hire. If it's a real hire, I'm not even sure. And it goes against Intel's culture of real innovation and technology. And, you know, part of his duties is to create music. And does this mean that Intel's getting into the music business?
Oh my God, I hope not. But yeah, sure, it's a publicity stunt, but I've heard of worse ideas in some respects. Let's see if he brings maybe new branding, new graphics, something that maybe makes it stand out. In other news, AMD is in talks with Kanye West.
Well, Microsoft is showing its seedy side. We've obtained some documents that say that they're going to do this anti-iPad marketing campaign. A couple of points from the documents state that the iPad is poor in data creation and in security and support. And I just wonder, Shane, does Microsoft really have to do this?
No, I mean, it's just like in politics where negative campaigning, you know, doesn't work. And especially in the case of Microsoft, you know, with the size of the company and its resources, no, it doesn't have to do this. What it needs to do is focus on creating a great platform for all the other OEMs that will make products that compete with the iPad. Prove it based on the features and the functionality, and particularly the user experience, because they can put out as much of this stuff as they want into the public space, but there's already millions of iPad customers who would disagree with them.
And you know what? The customers out there want alternatives, and they want you know, more devices out there that may meet their needs. And you know, the Taiwanese are really partnering with Microsoft to get their tablets out there. So really, it's just another competitive thing and really unnecessary for Microsoft.
Well, the Pope is at it again. His Holiness Benedict XVI recently gave his blessing to social networks and advising that Christians should adopt a Christian etiquette when spreading the word of the Lord online.
You know, Shane, my mom's not going to be too pleased with my comments here. She has a framed portrait of Pope Benedict XVI that's supposedly blessed by him too. But really, you know, what the Vatican should do here is, you know, just follow their followers online. You know, they're trying to develop a style guide for their followers for Facebook and Twitter. And I think that's the wrong thing to do. They shouldn't be controlling the message. They should just be helping their followers get their message. And I think with that, they'll get more followers, maybe on Facebook. Pope's not on Facebook right now. I doubt he's on Twitter. I hear he writes longhand still. And he should put the faith in his followers online, and that's my opinion on that.
I agree. And for an Anglican alternative to the Catholic tweeters and Facebookers out there, you can follow my wife, the Reverend Jennifer Schick, at twitter.com/Reverend Jennifer.
I know I'm a follower. And that's it for me, Paulo Donibletto for CDN Computer Dealing News. Thanks for watching.
And I'm Shane Schick from IT World Canada. Thanks.